Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
We being an engineering college, we deal with science and technology. So the upcoming area in technology is computer science engineering, which includes artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and many offspins of computer science. So everybody nowadays is talking about computer science, which focuses on AI, machine learning, deep learning, and quantum computing. So today in this interaction, we will try to learn what is AI and what are the different applications of AI in this world. By birth, we are all intelligent. All living beings are intelligent. All living beings that you see around you, that is birds, animals, insects, they are intelligent. And human beings, they have been trying in the recent past that all these living beings which have intelligence, similar intelligence can be given to animal machines also. So this part of the knowledge of human civilization is called artificial intelligence, where we try to make machines which can take their own decisions. So these machines, they can interact with their environment, get data from them, process that data, and act accordingly. For example, if you see whenever the weather changes, sometimes we require a fan at our home. Sometimes we say that it is very cold and we don't require the fan. It means the fan which is working for us is not intelligent enough to guess whether I should be working or not. So if there is a fan which can automatically take its own decision based on the weather, humidity, and some other parameters which include the human comfort. So we will say that the fan has become intelligent. Now it can take its own decisions. So all those examples which you see around yourself in your daily life, like smartphones, smart TVs, all the softwares which help you, like whenever you try to unlock the mobile, there are options like finger scanning, eye scanning, or the voice based control. So they come under the definition of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence itself is a very broad term. It has a very good subset which is called machine learning. For example, if you are doing some task for the first time, you may or may not be able to solve that task. But if you keep on doing that task again and again, that you carry some learning experience into that and you become an expert. So this is called machine learning. As we humans, we learn from our previous mistakes or good things. Similarly, machines can also learn from their past experiences. As a human being may get tired, they cannot work 24/7, but our machines, they never say no. They are always unbiased. They retain their learning, and that is why we have some machine learning algorithms which today can display the accuracy which is there in the human experts. Best example is radiologists, oncologists, some musician or some dancer. So we can mimic their behavior, whatever they are good at, and we can create such algos and machines which are as good as their human counterparts, and we can have higher level of accuracy, maybe 95% or more. So we find very interesting applications of AI and machine learning in our daily life. For example, if you go to a doctor and show them your X-ray or MRI or CT scan, a doctor will go through all those images and videos and finally will come to a conclusion that you have a problem or not. Similarly, all those images which are by default .dcm, if they are fed to a machine learning model, the model will go through them maybe 1,000 times or 2,000 times in a fraction of second, and it will be as accurate as a radiologist or an oncologist. So we find interesting applications, like we have mood based song selections, we have facial recognition based systems. We will have in near future such doors. The moment when you tap on the doorbell, they will scan the fingerprints and will decide whether the door should be open for the new person or not. So these interestings, they make this field of computer science very fascinating for the students, and students are working hard. As you can see, we have this lab. Students are working on the models which are being fed by a lot of data, and they are coming with interesting insights into that. So our students, they take part in debugging contests, hackathons, boot camps, and they create the solutions to the novel problems which help us in our daily life. For example, how to predict the weather, how to predict whether a movie will be successful or a flop movie, how to predict whether the outcomes of some services will be accepted by the customers or not. So in this, I would like to talk about an interesting sub branch of AI, which is sentiment analysis. Like we humans, we can gauge the sentiments. If we read something or we listen to somebody's talk, we can make out a sentiment, whether it is a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment or maybe a neutral sentiment. Similarly, we can train our models. They can read the text or they can listen to the audio and make out of that whether what type of sentiment is being conveyed out of this. As all the social networks are producing GBs and TBs of data every day, it will be difficult for a human being or a team of human beings to scan through all those CSV files or audio files to check what is the response of the general public. So we can employ sentiment analysis models on these data sets, and we can come to a conclusion whether the product or the service which is being talked about on the social network, is it acceptable by the customers or not. If it is not acceptable, now what is the general sentiment of the public which can be changed into this and make it a successful model. So similarly, any decision of the government, corporate, schools, colleges, universities, when it is floated on the social networks, a lot of responses are produced, and most of the responses are natural or organic responses. So if we work on them, we can make out our systems which are better, and we can have less failure in the processes. So AI, machine learning, sentiment analysis, deep learning, they are making us perform better every day, and we can make a lot of business out of it, and we can make a good quality education out of it.